Right, hello guys, and yes, and welcome to a brand new series called Starting From Scratch, Horus Heresy. That's right, I'm pretty much gonna start playing the game Horus Heresy this year. Now, I like to go from system to system, I'm not gonna lie, I do like to dabble in other games, but this game sold me on a few things. One, the minis are very, very pretty. And two, a lot of people in my community where I live play this game. And then I lent my audio equipment, which I do my podcasting stuff, to some friends of mine, which is Dan, Spin, and Ross, and Anne, and they've put a podcast together. They were talking about it for a while, and it's called the Phosphex Party. Hopefully I pronounced that word right, because I'm terrible at pronouncing. But anyway, they released their first episode, and yeah, it was really, really cool. And while I was there just building models, not 40k but other game systems that you'll see on this channel, they kind of started talking about, you know, Horus Heresy, because that's the whole point of their podcast. But I started looking at the minis and seeing how much it was to get into, but then seeing how many people at Leicester Fat Cats, effectively the store and club I'm a part of, started playing it, and how Dan's championing it, and Ross and everyone is just really saying you should play Horus Heresy. I started to look, and yeah, I kind of got sucked in, shall we say, and I can't really describe how I feel. I'll just play a snippet from their podcast now, and also it will tell you what Legion I'm actually going to be playing.
When it's time to party, we will party hard.
The core of it is what we're trying to do with Heresy here.
Yeah.
You know, what is, you know, we've just had Lee, who in the intermission when we went to get, you know, Death by Chicken, he's listened to us like recording this tonight, and he's like, oh, okay, I might get into it. First thing he's done is gone onto Forge World website and gone, oh my god, why is it so expensive? But you know, it is, unfortunately. There is the expensive way of doing it.
Like once we explained to him that he just picks up 2 cal sets and he's already sorted for like the best part
of 1,000 points,
1.5k. Then
yeah.
you know, that
all of a sudden,
goes away.
Those really expensive units that you realise you don't need 10 of, you need 1 of, all of a sudden, to add to what you've already got in the cheap plastic stuff. But the point was is that he was like, oh, I don't know which, you know, if I was getting into it, you know, I don't know which army to do. I was like, okay, what kind of stuff, you know, what models are you like? Well, I like this, I like that. Okay, well, he's not really got like a frame of reference to work to, and so I started going when I was in. We were in the shop. We were going, right, okay, you got, you know, these kind of things. Okay, yeah, I've got that. This and the other. I went, okay then, all right, Night Lords. Well, what are they? Well, no one's really doing them in our community in a big way. I mean, we've got a couple of multiples of other legions.
Yeah.
And I said, well, Night Lords is not massively represented, so you're not like, you know, it's not like there's someone already doing, you know, a big army on that. And he goes, well, what are they then? Well, the dark blue armour, you know, that's and the other. Okay, yeah. So, do you want to do loyalists or traitors? Oh, you know, it'd be nice to be a bad guy for once. All right, okay, Night Lords. They're essentially, you know, psychotic murderers.
The baddest of the bad guys.
I went, yeah,
space murderers.
They are literally. I said literally, they are psychotic murderers. They shouldn't really have been a legion.
Well,
and he went,
say that.
What? And it was like, what? They sound cool. Like they're, you know, they've got the very vampiric theme to them. They've got, you know, they are murderers at heart. They use terror tactics. And then I went, did you used to play 40k? Yeah, I used to play Chaos. And I was like, well, do you remember the Raptors? Yeah, they're basically Night Lords.
Oh, yeah,
and he went, I'm sold. I'm done. And it was from that moment onwards. It wasn't about, well, these are the best units that they can take, or this is the most powerful unit they can take. It was, these guys are. It was the even the most basic of background and fluff and concept of the army. I mean, I've got no idea how to build a Night Lords army. I don't know what's good or what's bad when it comes to Night Lords. I know what's generically good.
There's nothing bad for Night Lords.
I don't know. But from Lee's point of view, he doesn't care. He wants to put some cool models on the table and do something a bit that he's not used to doing. Like, so something a bit, you know, he's got a good, cool background story to it. You know, that's what I've sold him on it. Based on purely on the fact that these are psychotic murderers and their Primarch's a bit mental.
So that's right, I am playing the 8th Legion Night Lords. Now, I'm excited to play this because, as has been stated on the podcast, they're murderous and they're not nice people. And to be quite frank, I'm never really play a bad or like a villainous kind of army. I always want to find something that's really cool. And like's been said and the others said on the podcast, their fluff kind of sucked me in, and I was like, I want to be the douchebags. But the one guy that sold it for me was their Primarch, Conrad. Now this guy, the best way of describing it so far of the research and stuff I've read since listening to their podcast and finding more research about into the fluff, etc., is if Batman, the Punisher, and the Joker had a baby. That's pretty much it. The guy was, well, from what I can say, I'm not going to say I'm the hugest, you know, I know everything, but from my recollection of what I've read and stuff, he basically wanted to punish people who were guilty in the most dangerous and violent way possible. So as you can see, that's like the Joker and, you know, should we say, Frank Castle, the Punisher. And yeah, I basically was like, Night Lords seem to be the army for me. So I've chosen the Legion, and my journey begins here. And I do mean here. So while I was figuring out what to get, I asked Dan and the guys from the podcast for a lot of help. So to start off my adventure into Horus Heresy, I bought the Betrayal at Karth set. They said that you should get just to begin with. So I've got that lovely big box set. That's all my Marines taken care of. I then traded some Terminators from that for some other Terminators with Dan from the podcast, because I was like, I don't like the look of these. And he was like, well, Tartarus ones are really good anyway, and they would fit your theme of Night Lords better. So I've got another unit of those, and I also picked up another Talos unit of Terminators, shall we say. And so I've got 2 units of those. My idea for theme, for the basing and stuff, I haven't really thought of yet. I wanted to do some like going into like a base or a structure and just basically ransacking the place. So I basically picked up the Necromunda bases. These are just basically dropped the Necromunda bases, and these are really, really cool. I really like the look of them, and my troops are going to be mounted on them, and then I'll figure out as my army progresses how the other size bases can work, and see how it goes from there. And then Dan has kind of helped me build a list. I effectively said I wanted this, 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 and this. I'm purposely not saying anything because that will be explained in the next episode when I show you the list, etc. But it involved a lot of drop pods. And when I mean a lot, yes, I mean 3. Well, technically I think the list has 4 because it has... I should really be careful because I'm actually spoiling a lot of the stuff. But yes, so I've got all those for my troops as well. So as you can see, I have a lot of stuff to build. And the whole point of this series is it's going to be a year project. And from what I've got here, that's already a lot at the beginning of this year. But it's going to be a yearly progression. I'm going to try and get stuff painted. I know the guys want me to play at tournaments as well and stuff like that. So I might try and get round to doing it. But I want it to be a year progression and learn how to play the game as well. So the whole point of this series is it's going to be like a vlog video type. So this is the first one, this is the first trial, just to show you what I'm doing and also where I'm going to go. So you're going to see me putting models together and talking, and I'll be promoting other stuff on the channel, such as other podcasts and stuff that I'm listening to. And yeah, you might see a few familiar faces, shall we say, drop in on this vlog who are a part of the podcast and who've helped me along the way with ideas and stuff, and you'll see some really cool, exciting things, hopefully. So without further ado, on the screen, you can click the thumbnail right there. That'll take you to the second episode when it is live. You can also click that number there if you want to subscribe. And also, don't forget to leave comments below and like my my series if you like. If you liked it, hit the like button. But comment below, tell me your thoughts of what you think about me choosing Night Lords. Take care, guys, and we'll see you on the next episode of Starting From Scratch.